Hello, good morning, students. Students, let's start reading the rest of the part of this chapter number 4th, and I think so in this lecture we would be able to complete the remaining part. In the evening, when the Christmas tree was lighted, they woke him up again, and he stood for a while in the drawing room, blinking as though the candle light hurt him. In the evening, when the evening time appeared, or you may say in the evening hours, when the Christmas tree was lighted, when the ironmaster and his daughter Edla Wilmanson illuminated and lighted the Christmas tree that which has been installed there in order to celebrate the eve of the Christmas. On the eve of the Christmas, they woke him up again. Both the ironmaster and his daughter Edla Wilmanson woke their guest again. Woke their guest up again. Awakened him again. And he stood for a while in the drawing room. At that time he was taking rest, he was sleeping in the drawing room. So when he was awakened, so he stood for a while in the drawing room, blinking as though the candlelight hurt him. And while standing there in the drawing room, he started opening and closing his eyes. Seemingly, his eyes were being hurt by the light of the candle, or by the candlelight. He found himself in really a very great surprise. Why they were awakening him so frequently? He could hardly believe on his eyes. But after that he disappeared, blinking as though the candlelight hurt him. But after that he disappeared again. But after they had offered their prayers. They had offered their prayers, since it was the time of offering the prayers. So when they had offered their prayers together, standing together, or maybe in the evening hours they would also have taken a little refreshment. So it is not mentioned here, but whatever had taken place in the evening hours. So after that after that he disappeared again. He again went to his resting place, went to his bed, where he had taken a long rest, where he had enjoyed a nice sleep. So 2 hours later he was aroused once more. Aroused means awakened. The verb aroused means awakened. Soon after 2 hours, when it was the time of taking dinner, so the peddler was again awakened from his sleep. He then had to go down into the dining room. So while going down the dining room, he then had to going down into the dining room, since he had been asked to go down the dining room in order to take the dinner. So he had to go there with them and eat the Christmas fish and porridge. So he also enjoyed the food, in which he ate the fish and the porridge, liquid food, जिनको हिंदी में दलिया कहते हैं, and he enjoyed his dinner also very nicely, very comfortably. As soon as they got up from the table, he went around to each one present and said thank you and good night. When the three persons had taken their lunch, had taken their dinner very comfortably, quite nicely, so the peddler left his seat. He got up from his seat, from the table, and he took a round, around each of he took a round around, each one present there means around the ironmaster and his daughter, and also expressed his heartiest thanks to them. Not only he expressed his heartiest thanks to them, but also he bade good night. But when he came to the young girl, she gave him to understand that it was her father's intention that the suit which he wore was to be Christmas present. But when the peddler came to say thank you and came to bid goodbye to the young girl, so the young girl Edla will mention again spoke some words in a very friendly and sympathetic manner, saying it that it was the intention, it was the willingness of, it was the idea or it was the intention of her father that he would like to give the suit which he was wearing at that time. Okay, he would like to give he would like to give him his suit, okay, as a Christmas gift, and he need not give it back to them. मतलब उसने ये कहा कि देखो मेरे पिताजी का ऐसा मानना है, ऐसा इरादा है कि जो तुम्हारे को पहनने के लिए एक शूट दे रखा है, वो बढ़िया से जो शूट आपने पहन रखा है वह शूट जो है अब आप अपने पास ही रखेंगे। मेरे पिताजी की तरफ से ये आपको क्रिसमस के त्यौहार का एक तोहफा है, एक उपहार है। देखो इससे पहले वाले पैसेज में कहीं दिक्कत आ रही स्टूडेंट्स, तो मैं आपको हिंदी में अनुवाद करके बता देता हूँ। इन द इवनिंग व्हेन द क्रिसमस ट्री वॉज लाइटेड, शाम होने पर जब क्रिसमस के पेड़ को प्रकाशित किया गया, उसमें रोशनियाँ लगाई गई, उसको जगमगाया गया। दे वोक हिम अप अगेन, तो उन्होंने फिर दोबारा से अपने मेहमान को उठाया, उसको जगाया। एंड ही स्टूड फॉर ए वाइल इन द ड्राइंग रूम, उठा देने के बाद वह पैडलर चूहेदानी बेचने वाला वह श्रीमान जी वहाँ विश्राम कक्ष में, ड्राइंग रूम में, बैठक में कुछ समय के लिए खड़ा हो गया। और इस प्रकार से खड़ा हो गया, अपनी आंखों को झपकाते हुए, पलकों को झपकाते हुए, जैसे कि मानो मोमबत्ती की रोशनी, मोमबत्ती की जो लाइट है, मोमबत्ती की जो रोशनी है वह उसकी आंखों को कुछ तकलीफ दे रही हो। इस प्रकार से उसने अपनी आंखों को ऊपर नीचे झपकाना शुरू कर दिया, अपनी पलकों को झपकाना शुरू कर दिया। पलके झपका करके वहाँ पर कुछ समय लिए खड़ा रहा। लेकिन आफ्टर दैट, लेकिन अपना वहाँ पर वो सब काम कर लेने के पश्चात, अब यहाँ पर ये नहीं बताया गया कि उन्होंने रिफ्रेशमेंट लिया, कि कोई उन्होंने अपनी तरफ से कोई प्रार्थना अर्जित की, जो भी काम किया, लेकिन वह सब काम पूरा कर लेने के पश्चात हो सकता है कोई लाइट रिफ्रेशमेंट भी ली गई हो उन तीनों के द्वारा। फिर दोबारा से वह वहाँ से अदृश्य हो गया। अदृश्य का मतलब वहाँ से स्थान छोड़ करके अपने स्थान की तरफ चला गया। 2 आवर्स लेटर, 2 घंटे के बाद फिर रात्रि भोज का समय हो गया। उन्होंने फिर उसको जगा दिया और उसको भोज कक्ष के अंदर भोजन लेने के लिए उनके साथ जाना पड़ा। और वहाँ जा कर के उसने क्रिसमस के उस पूर्व संध्या के उपलक्ष्य में बनाए गए उस बढ़िया से भोजन को उसने बड़े आनंद के साथ खाया, जिसमें कि उसको मछलियाँ खाने को मिली और साथ में दलिया भी मिला। जो ही वे सभी लोग खाना खा करके अपनी मेज से उठे, एज सुन एज दे वोक अप फ्रॉम द टेबल, व्हेन all those 3 persons who had been taking the dinner for some time had eaten or had had their dinner quite comfortably, they left their places. So as soon as they all had taken the dinner and left their places, so at the same moment the peddler stood up there, and he not only stood up but he took a round. Okay, he took a round around the iron master and his daughter in order to say them his heartiest thanks and bid them in order to bid them good night. But when he came to the young girl, she gave him to understand. But when he stood himself by the side of the young girl at the mention, so she made him understand one thing very clearly. It means she spoke to him some words, okay, convincing that it was her father's intention, that it was the intention of her father, that the suit which he wore was to be Christmas present, that the suit which he had been given by her father was a Christmas gift, कि जो सूट उसको दिया हुआ एक क्रिसमस का तोहफा है। He did not have to return it. He need not. We may also get the explanation in this forum. She also told him that he need not put it off. He need not give it back to them. And if he wanted to spend next Christmas Eve in a place where he could rest in peace, she also gave him an advance invitation. She also offered him, okay, with an invitation saying that if he wanted to spend spend one more Christmas Eve the next year with them, where he had spent the time very comfortably in extreme peace and silence. Okay, extreme, extreme peace and silence. And if he wanted to spend next Christmas Eve in a place where he could rest in peace and be sure that no evil would befall him, she also assured him, saying that if he wanted to spend the following Christmas Eve in a place, in such a very peaceful place where he could rest in peace and silence, she also assured Edla Wilmanson also assured her guest, saying that, convincing him that if he wanted to spend the following Christmas Eve there at their home, he was being invited in advance. He could come and enjoy the time quite comfortably. There would be no problem. And be sure that no evil would befall him. She also assured him that there would be no problem in his life and he would face no problem. He would face no problem. Okay? He would be welcomed back again. If he came to rest here, if he came to meet them, if he came to spend some time there at their home, so he would again be welcomed with the same warmness. The man with the red dress did not answer anything to this. Okay, listening to it all, the peddler did not speak any word. He remained quite speechless. He did not give any kind of answer. He only stared at the young girl in boundless amazement. Oh, limitless amazement. So he only started looking at the face of that girl in a very great surprise. In a boundless amazement. Okay? He only stared at the young girl in boundless amazement. In heavily surprised mood. Okay? The next morning, the ironmaster and he only stared at means started looking at the face of Edla Wilmanson without turning his eyes away. Okay, with fixed eyes. Stared at means गोर गोर का देखना. The man with the red cap did not answer anything to this. जो कुछ भी एडला विल्मैनसन ने उस व्यक्ति को कहा, उन सभी कहे गए शब्दों के प्रति उसने कुछ नहीं रिएक्शन किया, कुछ नहीं बोला, चुपचाप खड़ा रहा. He only stared at the young girl in boundless amazement. बहुत ज़्यादा चकित भाव से बस वह उस एडला विल्मैनसन के चेहरे की तरफ लगातार टकटकी बांध कर देखता रहा कि आखिरकार इस लड़की को हो क्या गया, इतना मेरा ये पक्ष क्यों ले रही है. The next morning, the ironmaster and his daughter got up in good season to go to the early Christmas service. Service stands for prayers. Okay, on the very next morning, or you may say on the morning of the Christmas day. On the morning of the Christmas day, both the ironmaster and his daughter Edla Wilmanson got up early in the morning in a very sober mood, in a very hale and hearty condition, since they wanted to go to offer their prayers at some church. Okay, in the morning hours. Their guest was still asleep. They did not disturb their guest, and he was taking his sound sleep there without any disturbance, and they did not disturb him. None of those two persons, Edla Wilmanson and her father, the ironmaster, disturbed their guest, and they remained quite silent there. When at about 10 o'clock they drove back from the church, the young girl sat and hung her head even more dejectedly than usual. So when they had offered when the ironmaster and his daughter had offered their prayer at the church very comfortably, very nicely, very satisfactorily, so they started coming back to their home. So when they started driving their carriage back to their home, so Edla Wilmanson looked so sad and depressed. She had become so much sad and upset, and her face had also lost her grace and charmness, and she looked as if she had lost something. Okay, dejectedly stands for here very hopelessly, and quite sorrowfully. Okay, quite sorrowfully. She hang her head. She hung her head down, hanging her head down. Okay, quite sorrowfully and looking so much sad and depressed. She did not speak any word. Okay, till they reached their home. At church, she had learned that one of the old crofters of the ironworks had been robbed by a man who went around selling rat traps. While offering her prayer at some church, she had come to know that a person who was selling or who had been selling the rat traps had robbed a poor old crofter who had once worked at the lands or in the fields of the Ramasjo ironworks. At church she had learnt. गिरिजाघर पर अपनी पूजा अर्चना करने के दौरान उस लड़की को इस बात का पता चल गया था दैट वन ऑफ द ओल्ड क्राफ्टर्स ऑफ द आयरन वर्क्स कि वहाँ रामसो आयरन वर्क्स के उन खेतों में काम करने वाले किसी एक बहुत पुराने समय में काम करने वाले किसी एक बूढ़े उन कृषकों में से किसानों में से किसी एक बूढ़े किसान को एक ऐसे व्यक्ति के द्वारा लूटा गया है। ऐसे व्यक्ति ने किसी उस बूढ़े किसान के घर से चोरी कर ली है, जो व्यक्ति अपने चूहेदानियों को इधर उधर घूमता फिरता हुआ बेचता रहता है। यस, दैट वाज ए फाइन फेलो you let into the house, said her father. Now the iron master got a very good opportunity to say something to his daughter and making a practical joke and and also in order to teach her, in order to say something in pinching form, he spoke these words. Yes, that was a fine fellow. Now say, he asked his daughter what she would like to say now, what she would like to say then, since she had called that the man very good fellow and that the person had been declared a thief. Okay, and he had robbed an old crofter. Okay, yes, that was a fine fellow you let into the house, said her father. उसके पिताजी ने कहा कि कहिए अब क्या कहना है आपको, आप तो उस व्यक्ति को बहुत अच्छा इंसान बता रही थी ना, आप एक अच्छे इंसान को घर पर छोड़ करके आई हो ना. द आयरन मास्टर टोल्ड इन ए वेरी क्रिटिसाइजिंग वॉइस, told his daughter in a very criticizing voice, okay, saying it that what she would like to say in that matter when she had come to know that the man whom they had left their home quite alone was a thief. अब जिस व्यक्ति को हम घर पर अकेला छोड़ करके आए वो व्यक्ति तो चोर है. अब तुम क्या कहना चाहोगी? तुमने तो ये कहा था कि वो व्यक्ति बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा इंसान है. आई ओनली वॉन्डर हाउ मेनी सिल्वर स्पून्स आर लेफ्ट इन द कपबोर्ड बाय दिस टाइम. ही ऑल्सो एक्सप्रेस्ड हिज वॉइस, ही ऑल्सो एक्सप्रेस्ड हिज वर्ड्स इन a fearful voice, saying it that he only wondered, thinking how many silver spoons would be left by him in the cupboard in their house. मुझे तो इस बात को लेकर के बस थोड़ी हैरानी सी हो रही है कि वह हमारे घर में चांदी की जो चम्मच हैं उन चम्मचों में से कितनी चम्मच वो हमारे घर पर हमारे लिए छोड़ करके जाएगा. लगता है कि शायद वो सारी चम्मच हमारे घर से उठा करके ले जाएगा. उसकी निगाह जैसे चांदी की चम्मच पर पड़ेगी तो सारी चम्मचें जो हैं वो वहाँ से उठा करके ले करके जाएगा. The wagon had hardly stopped at the front steps. The wagon had hardly stopped at the front steps when the conjunction hardly is used, so it is used with the conjunction when. Hardly and when, there is a close relation between the two words. The wagon had hardly stopped at the front steps when the ironmaster asked the valet whether the stranger was still there. Oh, we may say hardly had the wagon stopped outside the main gate of the ironmaster's house. Okay, the ironmaster gave asked a question to the valet who also worked there as a gatekeeper. Okay, whether their guest was already inside the house, or he had gone away. Or he had gone away. He added that he had heard at church that the man was a thief. The ironmaster also told him that the man was a thief. He had also heard that the man was a thief. The valet answered that the fellow had gone and that he had not taken anything with him at all. The valet or the domestic servant, that the domestic personal servant, that the personal servant who also served his duty as a guard, as a driver, okay, also. So that the valet answered that the fellow, that the person about him he was saying something, had already gone and he had not taken anything from their house, from their home. On the contrary, he had left behind a little package which Miss Wilmanson was to be kind enough to accept as Christmas present. On the contrary, without taking anything with him, he had also left a Christmas present, okay, he had also left a Christmas present for Edla Wilmanson, okay. He had taken nothing with him. उसने कहा कि देखो कि जिस आदमी के बारे में आप कह रहे हो श्रीमान जी, सर जी, वो आदमी जो है कुछ साथ लेकर नहीं गया है. मैं एक बार फिर बताता हूँ बेटा. In this passage we have come to know, hardly had the wagon stopped outside the main gate of the ironmaster's house, the ironmaster inquired the valet, or here the word valet stands for the not personal servant but the gatekeeper, whether the person whom they had given shelter was inside the house or he had gone. He also told the valet that he had heard at the church that the man whom they had sheltered in their house was a thief. So when the valet had heard these all kinds of words, so he told his master, saying it that the man whom he had declared a thief, okay, had already gone. He had left the house and he had not taken anything with him. Instead of taking anything with him, he had left a Christmas present, okay, there in the house only for Edla Wilmanson, and he also told him that it should be given only to Edla Wilmanson. Okay, beta. So now the remaining part of this chapter will be discussed by us. Okay. I think we should complete it. The young girl opened the package which was so badly done up that the contents came into view at once. Okay. And she gave a little cry of joy. She found a small red trap and in it lay 3 wrinkled 10 kroner notes. But that was not all. In the red trap lay also a letter written in large jagged characters. When the young girl, when Edla Wilmanson, okay, received the package and she opened it, because the package was not packed, the package was not wrapped so carefully, and it had been wrapped very in such a manner that when she started opening it, so the contents, all the things which were already contained in the wrapper, in the package, had only fallen down to the ground, and she really shouted very loudly, looking at the things which had been wrapped, which had been put inside the package, and that the package included a small rat trap, and in the small rat trap there were 3 wrinkled 10 kroner notes which the person had stolen from the cottage of the poor old crofter. And it was not all. Inside the rat trap he also had left a letter written in large, okay, jagged stands for here the word uncleared, illegible language, uncleared language, okay, very large and jotted down language characters. वो कहता है कि बड़े बड़े अक्षरों के अंदर उसने उस पत्र को लिखा हुआ था उन और उस पत्र को भी उसने एक चूहेदानी के अंदर डाल रखा था, और चूहेदानी में एक पत्र था, और वहाँ पर इस प्रकार की 3 चीज़ें वहाँ पर उसको दिखाई दी. सबसे पहले जैसे उसने उसको खोला उस डिब्बे को, तो उस डिब्बे को खोलते, पैकेट को खोलते ही, और उसको एक बहुत बड़ी चूहेदानी नजर आई. चूहेदानी के अंदर उसने देखा कि 3-10 करोड़ के नोट्स वहाँ पर उसके अंदर रखे हुए थे. यहाँ तक कि उस चूहेदानी के अंदर एक बड़े खुले और बड़े अक्षरों में लिखा हुआ एक पत्र भी था. ओके. ऑनर्ड एंड नोबल मिस since you have been so nice to me all day long, as if I was a captain, I want to be nice to you in return, as if I was a real captain, for I don't want you to be embarrassed at the Christmas season by a thief, but you can give back the money to the old man on the roadside who has the money pouch hanging on the window frame as a bait for poor wanderers. He had written these the words in the letter, and in his letter he wrote that first of all he addressed Adela Wilmanson quite respectfully with these two adjectives, honored and noble Miss Adela Wilmanson. Since he also wrote that since she had given him such a respect, considering that he was a captain, he also had some rights to be so much kind and nice to her. That's why he had also acted just like a real captain, and since he did not want to let her totally sad and embarrassed at that on that very auspicious occasion of Christmas festival, declaring himself as a thief, so he had given him. He also requested him to give. He also requested her. He also requested her to give the money back to the old man who lived in a cottage on the roadside, along the roadside. Okay, and he also expressed some words regarding the old man's philosophy, saying it that the old man had the money pouch hanging on the window frame, which was not good, because that the leather pouch which was hanging on the window frame worked as an attraction, worked as a temptation for the poor wanderers, homeless and wanderers persons. And it was not a good philosophy of the old crofter of that owner of that cottage, because if he kept any leather pouch hanging on the window frame, so it would surely attract the poor wanderers and homeless person there, and they would get so much attracted and steal the money. The rat trap is a Christmas present from a rat who would have been caught in this world's rat trap if he had not been raised to captain, because in that way he got power to clear himself. He also expressed his philosophical idea in the end of this story in his letter, saying it that since the rat trap is a Christmas present, the rat trap which had been given to her worked as a rat trap Christmas, because it was not a simple Christmas gift, but it was a Christmas gift from his side, and from such a rat who had always been caught in this world's rat trap, if he had not been given such an honor and such a respect, considering his level, considering his rank as to be a captain. And in this way, since he had now cleared his conscience, and he had now considered what the real values of the life were, and he would start leading a life quite differently, and he had been a complete change, and he had found himself a complete change in his life, and he had really expressed his heartiest thanks to her for what she had done for the betterment of his life. Written with friendship and high regard, he also signed Captain von Stolle in order to make her feel that he had really considered himself as a captain, and he was not a poor no longer, and she should not get worried thinking that he was a thief. Okay, bete, the chapter has been completed. Now we would like to start the next chapter, 6th chapter, because 5th chapter had already been taught by me, and the videos of the 5th chapter Indigo had already been given to you. So now we would like to start reading the next chapter, next 6th chapter, which is a very interesting chapter. Thank you.